Hello nerds, welcome to what could be the best Team Fortress 2 match ever seen on this day. We have an exciting lower bracket semi-final game, I believe is what it's called, between Ascent.EU and Lowpander :-3. Tonight I'm joined by Alba.
Hello.
And Degu's doing production, and we don't allow him to speak because they do not have the voices that we have, which are beautiful and subtle. So yeah, we're watching these two teams slug it out this evening for a shot in the lower bracket final. Which has that been decided?
Ooh, good question. I'm gonna have a quick look.
I don't think that's been decided yet, and we quickly try and find the playoff fixtures.
It's Swift Lego in the upper bracket final, and the loser of that game will go and face the winner of this game.
Excellent, so, and I believe that other game is unscheduled as well at this moment in time. So who knows when that could happen? That could happen tomorrow, that could happen next week, it could next year. But either way, one of these two teams will fight the loser of those two teams. Lowpander recently losing against Lego in a very exciting match, apart from Badlands. Losing, I believe, by all games, I think, went down to one round, I believe. Or it was a golden cap for some of them.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure how it works out.
It was 2-2 on Reckoner, and Lowpander won it on the golden cap. And then 5-4 on Galawash after a pretty good comeback attempt from Lowpander.
I remember that. Wasn't it like a 4-0? And then
yes,
oh, Jesus Christ, that's bad.
But in the end, Lego got the better of Lowpander in that match. Then on Badlands, we had a interesting 2-1 in favor of Lego.
We always like the 2-1s, the 30 minutes of nothing happening on Badlands, as both teams push last and try and push out of last until the 30-minute or the round timer is up. Swift beating Ascent.EU over 3 maps in a slightly more convincing fashion, which I guess is a result that everybody would have expected from that game, but closer than I personally anticipated. Because, what was it? I think one game went to a golden cap. Oh no, wait, Ascent won Gullywash. Reckoner went to a golden cap for Swift, and they lost Process 5-3. So, yeah, all in all, I think this might be the most interesting playoffs that we've had for a while. Or, like, the most even.
I definitely agree. And there was some interesting stuff happening in the Swift Ascent game as well, with the whole alley shenanigans.
Fill us in.
Well, I do not know everything, but he left after the first map.
Ooh.
So, not sure what went down there. But yeah, from what I've heard, he basically said that he didn't want to play anymore.
Classic, that is. That's, wow, that's right, I guess. So, you know, mid-game, see ya. I don't want to play this game anymore. Boo-hoo. So hopefully, I don't think we'll get any sort of that level of drama tonight as much as I can dream. Because that would certainly be quite exciting if it was to once again happen where a player decides, I don't want to play this game anymore, get me out. So yeah, who are you expected to win this evening?
I mean, on paper, Lowpander should win. But they haven't been practicing a lot. So I don't know, it will definitely be an even game, I think. But I think in the end, Lowpander will get the better of Ascent. What are you expecting?
Well, I can't really say because I don't know. I think it's going to be quite close. I don't think practicing and people not warming up and all that bollocks isn't really an excuse if you know, willingly don't do it. You know, if you don't warm up and you lose, well, you can't use not warming up as an excuse because you probably did that to yourself. So it's going to be very, very tough, but I would say that Lowpander would just... I think they've just got better players. They've got better players all round in some ways. I feel that Funds and Mr. Epic are just too strong. And I feel like these days, if you've got good scouts, you're going to pound. And the maps, if we have not said them already, the first map is CP Process, the second map is CP Reckoner, and the last and final map, the map that we all know and love, is CP Sunshine. So, they're kind of like scout-friendly maps, I'd say. Maybe Reckoner would be one that maybe isn't, but overall I think yeah, it's quite scout heavy, so I favour the scouts of Lowpander.
Yeah, I mean Ascent having two very good scouts as well, but Funds and Mon, they're just on a different level.
I think Funds is probably like on the greatest level.
Yeah,
like
sounds about right to me.
Yeah, but by a bit of a margin where he just seems to pound, and some people would say it would be just a really good credit to his level of skill. I'd just say it's mainly a credit to how broken the scout class is. But anyway, I believe it's Crafty David is also going to be playing tonight as well. I'd imagine that he's officially joined Ascent, considering he played the last game as well, and then you're folded. And I'd imagine that Pappy would once again be playing Lowpander. Do not be fooled by the bait that Funds left in the match page. I don't think there would be an Uber's return tonight.
I do not think so either. I think the legend he was referring to was possibly Crafty Dave.
Classic.
Just a little bait there.
We all know and love him. Oh, Crafty Dave, the legend of top high low prem.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I don't think we've got any Source TV information available. Do we have stats? Do we have pictures to look at? Just throw up some stats. I don't know which one it is. I'm gonna press on this tab and hope that something flashes up on my screen that I can digest easily. As I wait patiently and begrudgingly. As we wait patient. Oh, there's as you can see, there's some beautiful lines on your screen. What line really sets out to you, Alba?
Let's have a look at these lines. Alright, so I think the Ubers per minute for Martin here is quite interesting, 0.07. Am I reading this right? I am not sure.
I believe that would... These lines might be inaccurate. I'm gonna imagine, because if it's 0.38 and that's the same line distance as 0.07, and yeah, and that's also, yeah. Someone calculate that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I can calculate it. Let me quickly get my abacus.
Do you have a ruler?
I have a protractor and a compass, so last time I used a compass though I stabbed myself in the arm.
Alright, meanwhile you're calculating that, I'm gonna bring out some other differences.
Okay. Now I'm not 100% sure, but I have written down some numbers on a piece of paper. Some of those numbers I don't think are actually they could be mistaken as letters, but by my calculation with those stats that Martin has, he has Ubered 2.1 times a game.
Oh boy.
Now, if we were to actually think that this is a definite stat, Martin wouldn't have 118 total Ubers this season. So I'm going to say that that statistic is wrong.
Yes. So we have a head-to-head here, Ombrak and Martin. And what stands out to me is how well Ombrak is doing on the drop department compared to Martin.
So he's got 9 Uber drops.
But to be fair though,
all
Martin
types.
haven't had nearly as many Ubers in total.
Yeah, I guess maybe Ombrak just gets them more, so you know you can throw them away a lot more, and you won't really miss them so much. So you'll be like, hey, we'll get that another time. You know,
Yeah.
we'll that will happen at another point. We'll just get it again. Doesn't matter. Whereas I think maybe Martin sort of appreciates his Ubers a little bit more. He spends a lot of time building his Uber, where he builds up his charge a little bit more slowly, really nurture it until it becomes a beautiful full Uber charge, where he'll inevitably do what my parents did to me, which is drop it. So yeah, those are some statistics indeed. Can we bring up a scouts head to head? Can just surprise me with the people. Oh, look at that. Crafty Dave versus Funds. That might be a bit unfair because we're comparing someone that finished on the bottom half of the table to someone that finished near the top. Anyway, so yeah, you can see the pounding from Funds in general over everything. But interestingly, Crafty Dave gets a lot more heals per minute.
He also gets more assists.
Yeah,
since Funds has a better KD ratio,
you know,
Crafty has a better KAD ratio.
Maybe, but that just says to me that he needs to kill more than he currently does. You know, I don't know. So maybe Crafty Dave could be like, you know, I help the team more. Maybe Funds is a bit more selfish. I would just say one of the players is better than the other, but
yeah,
never mind. Wait, who's the pocket matchup? We've got Pappy versus... Who's the pocket for Ascent? Because I know Callback was Roma. That's okay. So Callback is playing pocket because, yeah, I think the last time I casted he was playing pocket, but he's always played Roma. But anyway,
I see something very interesting here. Callback and Pappy having the exact same KAD ratio. Interesting.
Although for some reason Pappy is 6th and Callback is 7th. So how do you think that's determined? Because it can't be done by alphabetical. Well, that's clearly wrong.
I think it might be because Pappy has a better KD ratio. So maybe it's the upper edge because
who's in charge of these stats?
Kills are worth more than assists.
These stats could be are rubbish and are completely fabricated in every way. Okay, so well, to be honest, Callback, I'm sure he's always played Roma or normally played Roma because I have PTSD of playing against Callback where I would just appear on mid as a Dare Man and then I would just sort of be dead.
Yeah, I mean,
I just see his shitty rocket launcher that's got that weird Ace of Spades thing and it's like maroon coloured and it's got a gold skull and crossbones over it as well.
Yeah, he must have swapped to pocket when Fluo came into the team. But I mean, it looks like as he is playing a bit more roamer style because he's getting a lot less heals than Pappy.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I think, and if we can bring up the demo versus demo statistics, which I'm gonna bring up for you now. Wow, that time. Wait. Okay. Heals received per minute. Just as I predicted. Elicor does have more heals per minute by a total of 6. Just as I'd expect it to be. Because, yeah, I was about to say that Elicor and Ascent sort of play around him a lot more. They play with quite a pocket demo man, and Callback is normally sort of like a loose pocket. I remember they were playing against Nunya where our very own Degu got completely obliterated by him after popping crits on process. I saw that live and it was beautiful.
Ooh, look at the damage per minute difference.
Well, Hildreth isn't necessarily a good player, but he's not bad.
Yeah, I would say he's very good at playing around his scouts.
Well, I think he's just good at what you need a demo man to do, and I kind of think that's probably the best thing. Because I kind of feel like if they had a demo man that was by far better in every department, such as doing damage, hitting pipes, being beautiful and handsome, charismatic, such as myself, you would... I don't think it would fit into the team as much, because most of the heals would previously just go to Ubers or onto funds as well. And if you have like another player that also wants to lick up all those heals, it kind of would, I don't know, I feel like the game style wouldn't sort of be as efficient. And I kind of feel like that's most notable on like Viaduct, where literally they just tank all the heals on the scouts and everybody else is literally fighting for the scraps of health packs that are scattered around the map. So I kind of feel like Hildreth is probably perfect for this anyway.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I gotta say, the polls are in. Lowpander is expected to win.
Oh my god, do you want to know something that's even more shocking? There is 12 people on the server.
Wow. Just wow.
Like, already. What's the time? It's 8:30. Ladies and gentlemen, history is in the making here. We could start just 5 minutes late, possibly. Is anybody complaining about the server and the fact that they get, like, 2 loss or a bit of choke? I don't think anyone is.
I also would like to say that this game is almost 20 minutes late. It was for 21:15.
Let's say, to be honest, I always say, you know, 8:30 is the game start time, you know?
Yeah.
You know, yes, I'll give them the benefit. Look, we can work, next season we can work on that, like, 2015 starts, you know? Or, sorry, 21:15 for you people with inferior time zones.
Well, old habits die hard.
Exactly. This is the winds of change are blowing in, and those winds are bringing a lot of debris, which could be mistaken of hard-earned esports money heading our direction, I'm sure. As we are waiting for these teams, I believe, to ready up, we have just received the 90-second warning, which means that we are, in fact, going to start just 5 minutes late. This has got me excited already. I don't know about you.
I am very excited.
Alright, give me your first map predictions.
I am expecting first map to go 3-1 in favor of Lowpander.
Alright, let me write this down. Hold on, 3-1. Oh, I can't write. I'm gonna say 4-2 to Lowpander personally. I'm just gonna.
Do you have your whiteboard there?
Yeah, I've got a whiteboard. The problem is that my handwriting it's regularly sort of mistaken for like Egyptian hieroglyphics, you know? I've tried to write down numbers and one of them has a very similar resemblance to a snake. But anyway, we've got just a short time before we start, so for those that are just joining us, this is going to be the lower bracket semi-final between Ascent and Lowpander. The winner of this moves to the lower bracket final with a shot of winning the £5,000 guaranteed from ETF2L. As we are slowly... Oh, no, RR. That's over.
Oh, of course, it had to be an RR.
Brilliant. My dreams have been ruined. I wanted a good on-star... Ooh, what's this drooling face meme? Hildreth. Is that an emoji? Oh, it's an emoji. What's your favourite emoji?
Thinking.
Is it? Oh, it's a bit old, that one, though.
I guess
but
I
it's a
like
classic.
it. It's a classic. I also like my personal emote, alba TFP. I think it's very clever.
Lame advertising your own emotes. My favourite emote is probably Japanese Goblin.
I haven't even seen that one, actually.
It's Japanese _ Goblin is probably one of my favourite. I think it's like one of the more underrated emotes, well, emojis that you can get. It's just especially in Discord. If you put it in Discord, 'cause it has the classic emojis. It's good.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's good.
It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent.
Or just angry. I like the angry emote as well, especially when people do it to sort of mock scouts. It's like, heal me, medic. Angry colon.
Yeah, why not?
But yeah. So moving on to emojis. Sorry, away from emojis. I know there's only 5 people, so we can talk about emojis a little bit more. If you could describe yourself with an emoji, what would it be?
It would definitely have to be PogChamp.
No, an emoji, not an emote, not a Twitch emote. It's an emoji from the universal standard of emoji keyboards.
All right.
What would you go for?
I think I would go for. Joy.
Well, that's right. I think I'd go for nauseated face.
Fair enough.
I think that sums me up, both online and real life.
Yeah.
Because I'm always sick.
I'm waiting for someone to put it in chat. There we go. Oh, that was weary. That wasn't the one.
Yeah, the joy emoji is pretty good. Alright, we've got 30 seconds. I have to redo the whole intro and everything, don't I? I put a lot of effort into that last one. And now I'm gonna have to do it again.
I believe in you.
Alright, I can do it again. I'm gonna put my finger next to my ear like I'm trying to work out the pitches like a professional singer does. When we start, which is gonna be any time soon. I think
can't wait,
round restarts should be banned because it's completely ruined my momentum.
Yep, I agree.
And it's like, well, now what? What am I meant to do now? I did the intro, and now I'm going to have to do it again. What if there's an RR this time?
I think
there's a second in a row. Alright, so apparently this is going to be the legitimate, proper start between Ascent.EU and Lowpander in the lower bracket semi-finals between these two teams. They both got knocked down by the predecessors in the upper bracket, and now they're going to be slugging it out. The loser of this is Dunzo. They lose their grand share of the €5 million prize pool. As we go on to the first mid, there's going to be Korvac that's going to be jumping in straight away with Flu as well. Korvac does quite a bit of damage, takes out Hildriff almost straight away. Mr. Epic goes down, drooling face, and that is going to be pretty much the first mid wrapped up for Ascent.
Yeah, Lowpander had Mookie on Sniper, but it didn't manage to do much with the quick aggression coming out from Ascent. Good read as they're continuing to push in 2 seconds here, taking some good positioning, and Lowpander is just forced to go back with funds going down as well. So quick aggression coming in here from Ascent.
Yeah, do we know whose map pick this is, or whose choices? Never mind. I'd imagine that as Lowpander with the higher season, regular season, maybe Process would be their pick, but I am just guessing at this point. So who knows? I mean, it's good for off classes. Maybe this map, lots of sniper, spy possibilities. As you can see, Mookie's gone engineer straight away. Mr. Epic's gone spy as well. Just go check any sneaky off classes from anyone on Ascent. And they're just going to go for the default class setup. As they're going to be, maybe, I imagine we'll see some sacks coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. We see a sniper here on Credo, so maybe not any sack coming anytime soon, as Credo is looking towards the lobby area. He's gonna be trying to find a sneaky little pick.
He is. He's going to be inching his way slowly into lobby. He does have to face up against Mr. Epic :drooling _ face. In what will be a thrilling sniper 1v1. Elikor, I believe, is caught out in lobby. Oh my goodness, Mr. Epic, that was a bit filthy, that was. That was a beautiful sort of like snapshot. That was like a nice flick of the wrist. You can tell that someone's been working hard.
Definitely.
Mr. Epic, he's going to be peeking through one, seeing if he can catch anybody out, but no one's exposing himself as on bracket sitting in top PC. Just preparing to possibly get out if there's any aggressions sent his way. I believe Credo is still sniper. Yeah, he is. So that's a 1-0 for Mr. Epic.
We see Pop here on a classic loadout. He's on the banner loadout, which looks exactly like Uber's. And he usually does this when he's expecting to go into a stalemate, which is very clever, I think.
Yeah,
just come angler and farm damage.
Yeah, it's good to for pushing out opportunities mainly, I feel. There's commotion in my house.
Interesting.
Oh, someone's delivering a parcel that they should have had delivered days ago.
I'm looking at Mookie's sentry spot here. It's not very common sentry spot on the ramp there.
Not common or common.
I wouldn't say it's common at all.
I'd say it's common. This is the new wave sentry, Grandad. You need to get with the times. Need to. Oh my goodness, Credu. Hildreth popped under to go to 1, and Credu gave him the nice little click on his forehead and gets taken down. Flu goes in though. Can't really agree with that, especially if you just literally get a free demo man pick. I'd say that would be worth to go in a push for, but there is other ideas for Ascent, and their idea is to maybe lull everyone into a beautiful sleep.
Yeah, Mon hit a nice headshot onto Elokor at the same time, pretty much, as Hildreth got caught out. So Elokor was very weak.
This is a attempt. Well, we are slowly approaching a time where I wish I said no to casting, so I could do more important things like wax my legs. But never mind, I've committed to this. As Credu dodges a bullet from Mr. Epic's Machina, as they're in no rush to move, and unfortunately, I can't.
Yeah, they're waiting for something good, something they can push on. As we see Credu clearing some stickies, moving around, taking the lobby area here. So he's gonna be looking to get a pick, and he could get a pick onto Papi here.
Yeah, it's going to be Credu inching his way into the lobby, and he gets the frag, so he does take out Papi. Elikor's got stickies on the far right door, just in case anybody tries to go aggressive onto him. So it's going to be a sniper v sniper joust, probably just trying to see who can get the next pick. Hildreth, he's sort of poking his hair out a bit, like hello. Let me see if he can hit this, and that will probably be his famous last words. Mr. Epic is going to be pushing into lobby as well as Sniper, trying to get a shot onto Elokor, who's also being a bit aggressive. Well, once again, we are slowly but surely slowing down the game again.
Yeah, I don't know. Ascent is they're trying. I don't know how to put this. Okay, restart. They get the sniper pick, but they don't really commit anything with it. They don't really try anything, it feels like.
In breaking news, the sentry is down, and Credu's followed up with a pick on Mr. Epic, so that is a beautiful set of possible advantages that you can push on. Funds is going to start moving over to the left side. There's going to be some heavy aggression coming in, but he takes out 2 soldiers just by his lonesome, and that is probably going to give Ascent more of a reason to not push again.
Yeah, Funds is taking this lobby area all by himself. As Lowpander is not really looking to push here. Both teams have their Ubers. There's a sticky trap by Elokor in lobby as well.
You can tell that's the highlight of the game when we start pointing out sticky traps. We just set the stage of the thrill ride that we are all in. Flu, he's going to go in through the right side. He's in lobby. There is Funds there to meet and greet him, and it's not a greet that he'd want, but the sticker's above that door as well, so he's not going to go any further. Credu's going to be going into lobby on the stairs. See if he can catch anybody that's going to poke their head out. Papi on the left side, very, very close, as I believe I hear a headshot ring out onto Elokor. And Mr. Epic wins the sniper joust once more.
Yeah, so Ascent's going to be falling back here, waiting for Credu to respawn. And Mook he's pretty far forward for being an engineer.
That is brave. This is a man on a mission, and his mission is to break the monotony of defending last. But no, he decides, I like this instead. And he's going to move his sentry slightly further back, but facing to the left side on the ramp this time around. He's suffering from PTSD on the last time his sentry got taken down. He does not want that to happen again. Credu is going to be sitting in forward spawn as a sniper, possibly musing over the thought of playing Spy or another class. No, he's just going to scope up. Oh, Spy is coming out.
Yeah, Flu taking that Spy class.
Cheeky.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what they will create here with the double off class. I believe they would show Credu first, so that Lowpander knows they have a sniper, and then send the Spy in behind.
Yep, this could possibly be the greatest play that we'll see today. And at this rate, this will be the only play that we'll see today. If things keep on going as they are. Flu is now undisguised. He's sponsored by Telecom. I'm not really too sure whether or not that is an official sponsor or one that he's made up. And he's going to be sitting up in panic room, just jumping around, as you do. I don't know if they're going to see some aggression that's going to be applied onto last, give him an opening. As Pappy, Flu's just staying in panic room. He probably feels that's a safe space right now. No one can kill him there. He's just getting some information. He's letting his team know things that they already know. Like there's 6 players on last. They have a sniper and a sentry. Right, Flu's going to go and he spots Pappy. He's going to go for the backstab. And does he gets the stab? So that's going to be a pick advantage for this ensuing push that might not happen. He does jump onto Funz's head and surfs his way out of there. So maybe that's the best piece of SB. Oh my goodness, Flu. That would have been absolutely amazing. He completely jukes Funz around the pillar. And unfortunately, doesn't get the frag.
He almost got the stab onto Funz as well, but he has been spotted now as he's running towards Martin.
Classic.
He gets a butter stab, I think. No, he missed the butter stab, but he gets taken out by a sentry.
I heard the butter stab, to be fair. I heard the flesh cut.
Ooh,
TF2 hit Reg.
Mon pretty aggressive here in lobby, taking a peek onto the battlements. He decides to back off, not take any risks here.
This is going to be a familiar situation as there is 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Now this works into Ascent's favour though, because that means that they have 1 minute and 30 seconds to, well, they could just, oh, there is definitely a bitch pop that's happened into lobby as Ombrak just uses the Uber, and that is not going to be an exchange at all.
It's
Martin's
like
going to hold on to, oh yeah, that could be, that's a good shout. But if it was a bait though, that's a bit too much of an obvious bait, I feel, you know?
Well, you didn't catch it.
We'll see. This could be the biggest bait of all time, or it could be the worst one. We'll find out in 55 seconds.
I've played with Pappy before. Lowpander is not gonna push. I know how Pappy likes to play. So they're just gonna wait this timer down. It's only 45 seconds remaining and we'll have a new mid-fight. We do see a banner prepared from Korvac, I believe. He's spamming down the sentry. And heard some crits ringing out. That was interesting.
I believe that might have been, yeah, the Frontier Justice, but I don't know if that sentry actually killed anyone. I guess it did. Anyway, yep, so we're going to be treated to another mid-fight in 20 seconds, unless, well, Ombrak does have Uber again, so they've got 20 seconds remaining. There's not going to be enough time for Lowpander to actually cap Spy if they do go in for this. They go for a solo Uber with Eloquent. I believe the reinforcements are going to come in, but Eloquent gets caught out trying to go through rollout. There is no pressure on the point at all, so it's almost as if they also don't want to push. There is going to be time put on the point though, so it's just a little bit. There is overtime in this round though, so there is actually an opportunity for them to go on it. They do start sacking the point. It's going to be Credu and just Ombrak remaining. Can Credu come up with the goods? He hits the first shot, but he misses the second, and subsequently all the other important ones as well. So that comes straight out of a playbook. It's known as a bedtime story, I believe, and we're going to go for another mid.
That was unbelievably close. I don't think Lowpander knew about the overtime, because it's not very common that it happens in 5CP. So very interesting. It was so close that they managed to cap it off.
Yeah, there's going to be another sniper to mid, as Mookie's going to be rolling out with the Australian Zoom character, and it's going to be Eloquent that is incredibly fast to mid. Flu jumps straight onto Hildreth to try and get him down weak, but unfortunately does take some scattergun shots to the face. Eloquent being popped up into the sky. Pappy does unfortunately does not hit the air shot, but Mookie gets a collateral frag. Oh my goodness, it's worked out this time around, and they're going to be chasing over trying to fall out through PC. He's going to be Ombrak, he's alone. Mookie is staring him down in the face, but unfortunately he's been met in the face with an Eloquent as well. And he gets taken out, so that's going to be mid number 2 going Ascent's way.
That was hilarious. Eloquent jumped and landed behind Mookie, and Mookie didn't react at all. And then Eloquent missed like 2 pipes onto a Mookie zoomed in. It looked like.
That's a classic though. It's impossible to hit someone that's dodging, but they're not dodging for you, or they don't even know you're there.
Yeah. But we do see
that's the fear everybody has.
We do see Ascent with the full Uber advantage, already taking lobby here. They already popped the Uber very early onto Aliquar and just jumps onto point here. Putting some stickies on that sentry, taking it out. But this would do see a big double solid bomb to block that point from Lowpander. But the Lowpander players are just dying left, right here. And Ascent is managing to cap the point. Making 1-0.
We were given a treat, and that treat is known as Team Fortress 2 is being played right now. So a round has been capped, a push happened, and it was successful. That is one for the storybooks, I tell you, as we're going on to the third mid, with once again Mookie going for the sniper. He's hoping that he can get another collab, maybe a triple collab, I sense at this time around. We'll find out if he's going to be successful. As they go out onto the third mid, it's going to be Corback that's going to go for a big boy jump. Flu does get body shotted. Corback and Credu do team up to take out Hildreth, but there's going to be a 1v1 with a scout, and it's going to be Funz that's going to be running forward onto the point. Mr. Epic's both on good health as well, so it's going to be a 4v5, but we do have a sniper, and if that sniper's not shooting heads, he's not a player. But it looks like Ascent just going to cut their losses and trying to back out of there. Elikor hits a nice pipe onto Mr. Epic, and he does get himself out there by some sort of miracle.
Yeah, you'd see that Ascent was definitely worried about the sniper, and in the end decided to pull back, and Elikor hitting a nice pipe there to survive.
My goodness.
You see the recommit here from Ascent, just so aggressive, jumps Mookie there. Flu misses the air shot, and Mookie actually stays alive here.
Interestingly as well, Corback did jump in at the very beginning, and Mookie hit him with a body shot that got him down to just 1 hit point, but he managed to get out of there anyway. Flu kind of goes in a little bit too aggressive, trying to bully them out of choke through, so then Lowpander can't be pushed, but Mookie denies him that access. And I believe this might just be a moment of downtime, but they do have a pick advantage. Using a sniper on, trying to be aggressive isn't necessarily the best thing, but if anybody can do it, Mookie can.
Absolutely. He's so consistent at the body shots.
That's a skill that everybody would be proud of.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of players that just insist with going the headshots, but Mookie consistently goes for the body shots, and he hits a lot of them.
That's because we like to have fun. That's why. It's not fun body shotting people.
We can agree to disagree on that one.
Do you have fun body shotting people?
Absolutely. There's a big bomb.
You are a disgusting man.
Straight onto Martin. Hits 2 rockets, but Martin serves away. But he gets forced here by the second solly of Ascent. So 2 sollies down here from Ascent, but the Uber has been forced by Lowpander. As they're trying to push through here the choke, but there's stickies, and Crafty gets a nice frag onto Mr. Epic. And he's gonna be looking to clean up frags here as he's rushing in. Gets the frag onto Martin, and also cleans up Mookie there. That was Credu, sorry. And Crafty gets Funz as well. He was deep in trying to get Ombrak there.
Crafty Dave crafting some magic for his team, but Hildreth as well stopping the pipe with getting 2 sticky frags during that as well. There's going to be a repush, or sorry, a continuation of the push from Ascent, as they have a good amount of players. They do take out Mr. Epic as well, so they're going to have a 1-man advantage. They're going to get 2 spawns, which is going to be both of their scouts. That's going to be quite difficult for them to push this, as we can see now as the players are dying. Mookie goes in for the meme spoon. Elikor, oh my goodness gracious, was that a double? I third-personed it. Oh my goodness, that was an absolute dream of a double air shot. Mookie got obliterated out the sky. See you later, nerd. Anyway, regardless, it's going to be Lowpander going to be taking this mid, but Ombrak has a fat advantage that they can work off.
Yeah, absolutely, but Lowpander having the high ground here on the middle, they will be trying to force Ascent as they will be moving forward here. But the Uber advantage is slipping away. They're opting to go the sewer area, and it's only 10% advantage now. I wonder if they know it's that small. And Lowpander is going to have the Uber as Ascent is coming in now. Ombrak is so weak. He's just dodging, and it's still very weak after getting that small health back.
Ombrak is really showing the size of his balls right now, even though his teammates are saying, please, we do not consent to seeing these. But anyway, he's going to be holding on to that Uber for what seems like days. He does finally pop it onto Elikor. Flu's going to be with him as well. He's going to use some of that Uber to get forward and go aggressive. He has an opportunity to do a lot of damage. By the moment, it's just Lowpander just being bullied out into choke, and it's going to be Mookie that's going to be going in afterwards, trying to get onto Ombrak. Oh my god, that rocket just missed him as he surfed onto the rock. And this actually does look like it's going to be turning into Lowpander's favour. There are a lot of players still alive for both teams, though. But Ombrak is taken down as well. So this is going to be Heal's advantage for Lowpander, but normally when your medic dies, that's a signal for you to go forward, my friends. And as we are seeing, as Corback goes in, takes out Martin with a really crisp rocket, and it's going to be Credit that's going to be able to follow up, trying to take out Mr. Epic, but unfortunately Mookie came in, he calls his boys, and his boys arrived and saved his face. And it's still going to be 2 versus... Oh my goodness, Elocor again with another air shot. Somebody ban this man, he's clearly hacking. Admin in console, please. Crafty Dave is going to be trying to get back into choke. He's going to be sitting on 60 HP. And it looks like after all of this has happened, there is still a fight continuing.
Elocor actually gets taken out by Fun, so he gets 2 nice frags. And we just see a deep bomb coming in here from Pape, deciding to curving away. He would probably just die if he went forward there. But we do see the push coming in there from Lowpander through that choke area. They're hungry. Yeah,
they are hungry. They are hungry for blood. Although probably just hungry for sandwiches, as blood doesn't taste very nice unless it's your own. And it looks like they have finally done the inevitable. I feel they have finally won 2 successive points, and now we're going to be on last. The most comfortable place for both of these teams.
Yeah, I really want to see what Mookie wants to do here, as he has some good off-classing capabilities.
He does. There's a... Oh, I should have known that. Ooh, Ascent actually had a bit of an ad, but I guess it's not enough for them to work on. They're winning 1-0. They have no need to push forward. My map time command is not working, but I estimate it to be around about maybe 11... Oh, I was going to be right. 11 minutes remaining on the clock, with what looks like an attempt for forcing, but was sort of just met with meeting a robot. Flu does get Mr. Epic, so there's an opportunity for them to push out, and this is going to be 2 players down. They're going to be pushing through lower. There are some stickies there, but they just choose to ignore them. Flu goes for some sort of weird jump into lower PC. I have to admit that was different.
I think he failed his jump, and he tried to salvage it by going into PC, but he got cleaned up there by Funds.
Yeah, I would have just kill binded, to be honest.
Well, could at least try, man.
To be honest, I've never done a successful jump anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to get that far. So we're going to be once again on to last points. It's going to be Mr. Epic that's gone sniper. There is just an engineer for the side of Ascent. Mr. Epic's going for the upper hand for this time around. Hopefully he's going to be able to get a frag and give his team the upper hand, if you know what I mean. He's going to be working his way into lobby to see if he can get any picks. He's on 60 HP. Spams his E button. Now he's going to get healed up to full.
I once heard that you should never click E as a sniper, because you give away your position. And he rings up a nice headshot onto Corback. That was actually an insane headshot. And he sees the Ormbrak, but he can't go for the shot because Crafty was pressuring. So he's going to be relocating into that lobby area. He has the crosshair onto Corback, I believe. Or maybe it was Flu.
It was a soldier, definitely. Mr. Epic's just going to be peeking around in lobby. I think the pretty much everything's just going to be on him at the moment. I don't imagine anybody from Lowpander would want to go aggressive. Maybe could possibly work something for the sniper, but with the sentry in a relatively good position, there is going to be, well, anything that's going to be attempted will probably be unsuccessful.
Mr. Epic making a nice observation. Corback was leaving rollout and he tried to go there to get a nice angle, but Crafty was there to pressure, unfortunately for Mr. Epic.
There was I believe a bomb as some players were weak, and I believe it was Mookie that was going in. He managed to survive a lot longer than what I thought he should have, but Mr. Epic tries to go for a shot onto rollout with a scout scurrying his way forward to see if he can get anything aggressive. Oh, Mr. Epic's just done a weird spin. That was aim lock, 100%. Oh my god, he's going to see Ormbrak. Is Ormbrak going to drop? No, he does actually get the Uber off. That was going to be really close, but Funds. He drops down onto Elocor. He's like the Predator, just flies down, swoops on him, gets the kill. He's going to be going in through lobby. He's going to take a 1v1, a 1x1 with Flu as well. Fortunately, he does die at the kill streak ended by Corback.
Mr. Epic has a nice angle from 5 here onto Ormbrak, but he gets credit instead, as he's continuously trying here to find Ormbrak, but he's hiding behind that point, and he gets pressured now by Corback, and he gets taken out as well. Corback's just jumping around, getting onto Martin. Martin is so weak, and he gets actually piped by Elocor as the Crafty is chasing and gets the frag onto Hildreth as well as Funds.
Yep, so that's 4 frags for Crafty on that push out. I believe he started it off with killing Mookie. That was a really sort of looked like it was going heavily in Lowpander's favour, but Corback doing an insane amount of work when he was sort of just jumping in just to try and get something out of going aggressive onto Martin. Luckily managed to body block him and distract him enough for Elocor to fill up with the pipe. So it's going to be I was going to say EU Ascent, but Ascent.EU. Well, just Ascent. I'm going to be working their mid onto mid, but Lowpander are going to be trying to contest this with both scouts sort of just going onto the point. Hillsdrift doing a lot of damage on the callback and he gets taken out as well. And I think at the moment we're going to see Credu just trying to get out of there. He's going to get chased down by Funds. There's going to be a health pack available, but Funds whips out his Glock and gives him some of the pistol whip. And is finally taken out. There's going to be 2 players down for the side of Ascent. They're going to be hanging around on the right side Spire. With that advantage, they could try and work on this, but they have got one of their spawners up and available. Oh,
yeah, solid flying in there. It's
That's
Mookie.
A pencil jump. Oh, there's a second pencil jump, but he goes in, does a lot of damage onto Umbrak. I don't know how he managed to survive that long, but he did the impossible. And I imagine we might see a counter sack.
We see Credu moving up here in the PC area, but it decides to go back. Flu being in the sewer area, but it doesn't look like anyone in Ascent want to go for that sack play. So let's see what Mookie decides to do here. If he stays on the soldier
is going all the way back to last. So he is just leaves all the way back. Goes sniper. Mookie, surprisingly, is not going for an off class. He's just going to keep it standard. Sniper in this situation is probably the best way. I mean, this is really, really hard, especially when the team's just going to be sitting on Spire. If you're going to try and force, you've got a lot of work to do. You can just get body shotted by a sniper. So they are literally saying to Lowpander, come at me, bruh.
Yeah, Ascent giving up a lot of space around that sewer area, so a sniper would be perfect here. Definitely. Credu is looking here in the PC area, not finding anyone there as all of the Lowpander is staying on the middle.
Yeah, I imagine we might see an attempt to force from Mookie at some point. They're going to have to start being a bit creative because there is that 5 minutes left? I think it's 5 minutes.
Yep,
yeah, it's 5 minutes remaining left of this map, where it's 1-0 for Ascent in this best of 3. First map's Process, second one is Reckoner, and third one's Sunshine. I know, what idiots picked these maps. These idiots did. Anyway, Credu gets a pick onto Funds. Got a
headshot on the Papi as well. Papi was very weak there, I believe.
Spicy, and Papi is still sitting up on top of the point as Elico looks like he wants to try and get himself in. Credu's going to be behind him as well to see if they can get any frag. Mookie's been spotted in PC and Corback's trying to go for it. He tries to hit the body shot onto Mookie, but unfortunately he's not able to connect. He does get him kind of weak, but not enough to follow up. That was a good move because Credu saw Mookie in PC. Corback goes for him, just trying to get the pick, but Anubis have been exchanged through choke at the moment, so it's going to be Sticky's planted in choke to try and maybe force Martin to pop up in the sky, but unfortunately he's not able to do so. And it's going to be possibly a reattempt of this push as the time's running down. And it's going to be Crafty Dave that's going to be sitting on. He gets a frag onto Mookie. He's going to be following up as well onto Papi. He's on the 6-man kill streak. There's a scout that's going to try and pistol down Corback, and he's successful. Hildrift does take out Umbrak, but the pistol coming out for Crafty Dave gets another frag onto Mr. Epic, and Flu and Funds are able to collect the final frags. But Martin, he was in sewers, and unfortunately I hunted him down, and they killed him along with his teammates.
Click that kill bind a bit earlier there to get an earlier spawn, because he's spawning 8 seconds after the rest of his team here.
Yeah, Crafty was is sitting on a 10k at the moment ATM, so he's certainly enjoying his time on Process as the pocket scout, having probably a better time than Funds is. They're equal on points, but you know, 10 kill streak, that's going to look good on the KD and the final stats. But
absolutely. That's
what it all comes down to at the end of the day. Well, for me it does. Maybe not for all these guys. They probably don't have a big as ego as I do. But anyway, Hildrift is going to be the one that's going to be leading the charge through choke. Martin does throw an arrow at him to get him back into the game almost immediately. It's painkillers do a lot these days, but it's going to be 4 versus 3. Although, sorry, I'll say that Funds just gets taken out as well. So Mr. Epic going to try and get out, but unfortunately he's trapped in choke. Crafty Davis on hot pursuit. Actually, he's going to be on a... His kill streak's going to be massive. Ellicor with a smack down to the face of Martin. Obliterates him trying to escape. But Crafty Dave's on a 5 kill streak with his pistol. And that would be, what, 7 kill streak with a scattergun.
Yeah. Total of 12 frags in a row without dying.
Without a death. That is... This guy is almost immortal. Mookie, he's trying to contest him to Suez, gives the team some space, but Flu meets him and takes him out of the game, so it's going to be a player disadvantage going into last. There is 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining on the clock, so this could possibly be all wrapped up for Ascent on just this last push. They're going to be sitting at a full Uber advantage. They're going to jump in for the left side. They've got a heavy, but the heavy's going to have to go back and spawn pretty much straight away. There is a down man in spawn as well. Elicor's going to be focused on the right side. Does take up Mr. Epic as well. The stickers have been dead, and then everybody just collapses on the point, and that is it. The first map has been nicely packaged, wrapped up, and put to one side for Ascent. As this could, well, I reckon this is it. They might be able to get a round for Lowpander, if anything, but that's a GG.
I mean, they could do a TCM, but it's fairly unlikely with how the game has been looking.
Yep, and Crafty Dave on the red fuckers is sitting there with 4 DOMs. Absolutely fantastic performance for him on this map. Really kept Ombrak alive as Mookie goes in and throws his life away. This might be the do or die moment where these guys are like, hey, let's try and do something for the logs. And the only thing that they've done for the logs is feed Ascent more damage.
Yeah, and the Craft is sitting on that 5 DOMs right now. He's gonna be hungry for that 6th DOM. And I feel like we were talking about before the game about the Modern Fans Scout duo being a very strong duo, but they haven't really been showing up in the same fashion as Crafty, at least. Yeah,
Crafty's sitting on 5 dominations now. This is probably going to be the centerpiece of this game if he's going to be able to get 6, but unfortunately Mookie has pooped on that party, and he had a curry the night before as he destroys Crafty Dave, and now he sits on just 4 domination.
Yeah, with the bomb Mookie did, it looked like the objective was to destroy those dominations.
I imagine that's the main objective. If you really want to destroy the dominations, ladies and gentlemen at home, if you want to be the real dickhead and not have any friends, all you have to do is just retry and all those dominations disappear.
Yeah, exactly.
I did that in a pug once. I think somebody had like 5 DOMs on my team, and we all just typed retry in console in between the rounds, and it was domination went. I was like, yeah.
That's an evil play.
People hate me more than they already do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
You're not denying it. Hildreth running the Scottish Resistance for the final part. Mookie gets the meme spoon. We like a bit of memes, but Hildreth also gets airshotted by Corback as well. So this could very well be 3-0s. There are 3 seconds remaining on the point. It's just going to be Martin sitting on there, but he decides he's not putting up a fight. But it was not enough time anyway. And that's going to be the first map, 2-0 for Ascent in this best of 3.
It was fairly one-sided overall, I would say. Lowpander had some time there, some presence on the second point of Ascent, but for the most part, Ascent was driving this map for sure.
Do you think so? I mean, we spent a large amount of time on Lowpander's last. Yeah. So do you think maybe it's a case of Ascent made better use of the time than Lowpander did? Because I feel like if I kind of feel like the real problem with these two teams was the fact that Lowpander didn't really capitalize on some of the advantages that they were given when they were on last, or creative enough when trying to push last themselves. I mean, there was a point when they were attacking Ascent's last and they just got pushed all the way back to theirs, but yeah.
Oh
I see what you mean.
Look at Crafty.
24
Dave. Frags,
yep.
5 deaths.
24 frags, 5 deaths. Those are some numbers, everybody, with a 7.0 KAD. That is going to brighten up his logs at the end, and it could very well look good if his team makes it through to the next round, where he's going to have his stats shown up at the beginning, and he's going to be looking pretty cool up the top there. But overall,
the damage here from Credo and Mr. Epic is expected from a lot of sniping. There's not much going on. Elicor hitting nice spam.
Yeah, I think Elicor as well still had a bit more, I don't know, was a little bit more lethal when the opportunities arose. He had quite a few air shots, getting quite a few key frags, but ultimately I kind of feel like it was the Crafty Dave show, especially when the Ubers had been exchanged. He was very, very good on cleaning up all the frags that were available to him. He had the same sort of showing that you would expect from Funds, who still didn't have a bad game, but I kind of feel like when you're behind and you're constantly defending, it's hard to sort of really shine on these maps and these types of games. But ultimately, I think everybody played pretty well, but I feel like in a map like this that is that slow, it just comes down to individuals that will take their team across the finish line. Interestingly, there was 100 more heals per minute for Martin.
That is interesting.
I think, if I can read.
Three heals more per minute.
Oh, sorry, I mean total.
For a total of 100.
Yeah, he had a total of 99 more heals. So yeah, moving swiftly on. There was no drops this game, interestingly enough. The biggest advantage lost, if this is correct, that is 580 seconds.
I believe that is not correct.
Say that, but we don't know these things. Well, we should know these things because we were watching the game. Anyway, we're going to be heading into Reckoner, the second map. It's best of 3. I believe this is someone's choice. We're not sure whose teams, but one of these two teams did pick this map, and one of the teams picked the first map.
I would actually say this is Lowpander's pick, seeing as they won against Froyo on this map.
That is probably true, and I believe maybe against Nunya, they Ascent really completely ploughed Nunya in the regular season, and they lost Reckoner. So yeah, it's quite high and likely that this is in fact Lowpander's pick. So yeah, what a ruddy good show that we're gonna get. Reckoner.
Absolutely. A bit. What's the word I'm looking for? Mr. Epic didn't have a nice performance there, hitting 10 kills and 15 deaths.
Maybe, but he was
live
sniping
here
most of the time. Anyway, yeah, map predictions, quick, go. Score line.
Ooh, 2-1 in favor of Lowpander.
Bear in mind, we were both wrong in the first result. Okay, so I'm going to say Ascent 3-0.
Good prediction. We do see Hilrith coming in here fairly quick into middle at the same time as Elikor. They're going to be exchanging some stickies here over the bridge. Credit pretty aggressively there, but it decides to back off. And as both teams are just looking to spam each other right now, not much happening as of yet, but there's a nice double solid bomb coming in from Ascent soldiers. Korback hitting a nice rocket onto Hilrith.
Oh,
Luke hits an insane air shot onto Ombrak. Oh my god.
That was spicy. Ombrak throws out a NS in chat. I'm not going to say what that stands for because that's incredibly rude, and Ombrak knows better. But Crafty and Credu cleaning up with respectable HP between the both. As
combined 35 HP.
Yeah, this is probably going to be Ascent's first middle, straight on to the next game. Sorry, the next round, as I should say. As they're probably going to be looking to contest second, or at least push it. There's going to be 2 players not going to be able to be there for second, I think. No, they're fine. So, well, it's our favourite moment. It's the male states.
Elikor is actually really weak here.
Yeah,
he was 30 HP.
Probably just exchanging some gentlemanly spam into cargo as a tradition. This has got a very, very sort of close quarter parts of this map, so it's quite favourable for demo men, but well, and I have to admit, Elikor probably wins that battle versus Hildreth. But the Uber comes straight through, so this is some very, very aggressive play from Ombrak. He's not going to want to stay around and just wait for people to push, or not push, should I say. Elikor kind of caught in a bit too deep, and it's going to be fun, so it's going to try and go into him. Does miss a couple of shots, but he's able to collect the frag afterwards. There's going to be a lot of congregation into cargo as, Korback is going to be put. Oh, that's a really crispy air shot. They hit onto Mr. Epic, but ultimately it's not enough as they do lose Ombrak on the sidelines as well. But Credu is going to be start back capping, or should I say just capping in general. Crafty's going to be there as well. Probably going to try and go for Martin, but Pappy's a little bit weak, so that might be the focus. Crafty's just going to be skirting around. He does get into lower lobby. He's going to try and just buy himself some time. But unfortunately, Mr. Epic says this shop is closed.
Yeah, Lowpander are going to be looking to enter the middle area through the lower here. We do see Fluo hiding in cargo here, and he gets spotted by Mookie, who's actually, he gets the frag onto Mookie before he gets taken out by Mr. Epic here. So Lowpander is successfully entering the middle as they get both soldiers actually going their way. Like, looking to move forward here through the cargo area. Puppy going pretty deep here onto the forward spawn of Ascent.
Yeah, they're going to be able to take lobby for free. They could even push last if they fancy their chances. And I would say, considering that you're a map down, you might have to fancy them. But having said that, they do not fancy their charges. They're just going to sit on second and... yeah. Not push. So, we're probably going to see maybe a suicide at some point. I'd imagine Crafty Day's Gone Sniper is going to be sitting in the right spawn door, I believe, where he's just going to hopefully maybe expect someone to poke their head out for him to shoot. There is a sentry up on the left side, which is being spammed by Pappy, and Crafty takes off his ex-teammate's head.
Ombrak.
Ooh. And Elikor takes out Mookie as he's probably trying to dive into Ombrak and get him to force.
Mookie bombed in, hit 2 rockets on Ombrak, and Ombrak was super weak, but he refused to pop.
Oh, hello, callback. He goes in and... sorry, he doesn't go in, he just spams out Mr. Epic. And this... oh my days, flew in Toxic with just a spam rocket, was able to take out Martin. I guess that might have gone undetected. Which is very, very unfortunate, as he's done goofed. And Ombrak is going to be sitting on the point. Crafty does get taken out by Mookie, dies in full damage, so he probably made the mistake of jumping at some point.
Yeah, he jumped into Mookie's headshot rocket.
Ah, classic. And it looks like Ascent, they were going to be going left side through lower, but it looks like they're going to be recycling this and going through cargo instead. Going to be Elikor leading the way with Credu as they try and go in with hopefully without Ubering, but Ombrak does take quite a bit of damage. He's going to be sitting at 78 HP, but it does pick up this small kit to get him back up to full almost. And Mr. Epic, both solids are going to be pretty much fighting out at the point, so there's going to be a 2-for-1 trade with both soldiers for Lowpander being taken out, as Ascent are going to be taking the second, and it looks like Funds might be caught in here, but it looks like, yep, they want to go for this and want to actually fight this, maybe get the Uber, but they're going back because they haven't capped.
Yeah, they do have the Uber advantage, but they decided to go back anyway, and a nice bomb coming in from Flu onto Mookie, but he has the health pack advantage, and Mookie manages to stay alive here. Yeah,
a bit of a, you know, a bit of a spaghetti play there, not really sort of very coordinated. And yeah, they turned. I reckon they could have still fought that, but they didn't favour the chances. They just wanted to play it safe and just go back.
Yeah, they saw that Funds was looking to go through cargo to mid.
Yeah, and, true.
They decided to pull back. Do see Mookie pretty deep here into cargo. Gets a rocket onto Elikor, but decides to fall back there. It was spamming some rockets from the Toxic.
Yeah. This is, Mookie goes in for a little jump, pops himself up in the air, but unfortunately denied the airspace by Callback. That's going to be a pick advantage, and it looks like we're going to have some aggression from Callback going on to Hilldrift. Hilldrift brought down incredibly low, but Pappy, whilst that was going on, just managed to skirt his way through into cargo and take out both Elikor and Crafty just on his lonesome. He's, pretty much just turned this entire situation around for his team.
Yeah. Turning the tide for Lowpander.
Yep, the tides have turned. He has rocked the boat. It's now sinking, but they've been able to patch it up with their teammates respawning. So they're going to be just hanging around in cargo, and they decide to leave. It felt a little bit too busy in there. Probably got a bit too hot for these guys, so they just thought, yeah, we'll hold back on mid.
Yeah, Mookie is creeping up in the lower area. He has been spotted though. Did you see Fluo coming in, wanting to trade with Mookie there, or at least pick him, but Mookie bumps in and he gets taken out by Corback there.
Yeah, there could be an opportunity for a counter sack from Corback, but considering that you're leading the series and it's not your map, there's nothing wrong with playing defensive here. It's going to be pretty much on the shoulders for Lowpander to try and win this, especially as they are a map behind. They have not got the luxury of a buffer of a map advantage. Oh, Mookie is playing Spee, Credu is playing Sniper. I don't know if this was being scouted out, but it might be expected, as Mookie's going to be making his way through lower. I'm not quite sure if Credu had the opportunity to spy check. Is he using the cloak and dagger? He is. So he's going to have the grace of being able to stand still forever, which I'm sure he'd love.
It's going all the way behind through lobby.
It's the long con.
Yeah.
And Umbrak, he is in a backstabbable position. He is up against the fence, but his back is exposed, and I can tell that Mookie is salivating over the fact that he's exposing himself. So he might take this opportunity to give him a little bit of a stab from behind. He's just going to be sitting in a lobby, getting some intel. He's uncloaked. He's uncloaked. He's going to go for Ombrak, but Crafty Dave is there. Oh my goodness, gets a lot of damage onto Ombrak, who's sitting on 59 HP, but is taken down. And while that was going on, I believe it was Elikor that got headshotted by Credu. So it's
He headshot his own teammate. That's interesting.
Shut up. I don't know what you're saying. Say anything.
Alright, so Lowpander having 1-man advantage here, but not deciding to do anything with it. As Mookie is coming in on the spy once again, walking through that lower area.
Yep, and Credu looks like he's just trying to go through Toxic to see if there's any British people there. There is. Pappy's showing his face, but he's not giving him anything to work with, as Mookie once again has made his way behind enemy lines, starring Owen Wilson, and is probably going to try and find another opportunity to get a stab.
Ombrak being in Toxic here though, pretty aggressively there with the sniper. So Mookie not going to be finding much from rollout there.
It's going to be a little bit easier, I feel, as he does go. Oh my god, Ombrak is completely unaware. He whiffs the stab, but he does get the Uber Force onto Ombrak. So it has been saved, as there's team and now is blessed with an Uber advantage to make their way onto second with. There is a body shot coming out for Credu, and he does get Hildreth as well. So this could turn into a complete disaster. Elikor, he's going to be caught outside cargo. But
actually gets the frag on funds there.
Yeah, it's been minorly saved, I'd say, but it's going to be a dire situation if Lowpander do make a successful push. And those frags that was saved by Elikor have given his team a lot more time to set up, as they've got a level 3 sentry going up, they've got stickies on the point, they have a heavy as well, so they've got the poot and everything they need, so they're going to start jumping the poot, but the poot is not going to keep on shooting, he's going to go back into spawn. The sentry on the right side is finally left up. Credu going to be peeking through the left side as a poop man, and is unfortunately just now going to start rotating, so they still haven't taken him out, but callback gets taken out by funds. They're going to start maybe teasing the point. Credu, he's going to be pretty much alone. Mr. Epic's just going to be skirting around the point, but the Uber is finally received by Ombrak, and he does use it to defend the last. But that heavy, using up a lot of time, keeping himself alive, and the sentry staying up for a little bit longer than should be expected, is given Ascent what they need to start pushing out on this.
Lowpander did a nice double solid bomb to get a frag or two there, but after that it didn't look like Lowpander had a clear plan of what they wanted to do, and they all just kind of got cleaned up there by the heavy and the other players from Ascent. Martin managing to escape though, so he has a small Uber advantage, but I doubt they will make a push with the 18% Uber or so that they have.
Yeah, there is 18 minutes remaining on this second map. It sits on 1-0 on the map series, but 0-0 on this map depictor. But Martin and Lowpander, they do just decide to use this advantage to take second. Flu tries to do anything that he can to just distract some of the attention and the space, and he is able to do so as the team does get Uber. They take out both scouts for Lowpander, so it's going to be quite difficult for them now. But Credu is going in from the flank. The back is turned for Martin. Does take him out as well, and he gets a frag onto Hildreth as well. Can he make it 3 frags on his mid? No, Crafty Dave takes that pleasure away from him, and it's just going to be Mr. Epic alive in forward spawn, where he's probably going to snipe, and he is.
Definitely going to be watching Mr. Epic as he's looking through that window, the one-sided window. He's peeking out, but they know he's in there. He's staying here though.
Well, tries to go for a shot and a scout, but unfortunately not able to collect anything. Ombrak does take the safe route. Is he going to go into lobby from lower? That's probably the smarter decision. Meanwhile, Hildreth is sitting on a whopping 4 points. That's not exactly having the best game, I will admit. But regardless, his team haven't lost yet. So I guess if you can take anything positive from his performance, it's that.
Yeah.
This team's doing better than he is. Anyway, so the Uber's going to come in from top right, straight away from Ascent, and they take out that sentry almost immediately. They start putting Crafty Dave onto the point. He's got a lot of time onto it as well, so the collapse does sort of happen. Fluid tries to go into it as well, and he sits onto it. Enough cap was put on by Crafty Dave, and Flu gets the full credit of it. Yeah. So it's happened. It's a 1-0.
Yeah, everyone from Lowpander just left the point there for a brief second, and Flu seized the moment and stepped onto that point to finish the cap.
Yeah, a very, very well worked push by Ascent. They did struggle in this map versus Nunya, but they have used the pickup of Crafty Dave to enlighten them on how to push last. But on this mid, it's going to be Mookie that's going to be going up through the right side. He's going to start jumping now. He's going to try and get onto Elikor. He's not able to get anything. And he's going to be trying to go through under the point now. Spots on Brack and he kills himself. Ba, 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 ba. And Crafty Dave, with funds trying to chase the frag, Crafty received the frag, and Crafty now has an opportunity to keep on going. But Mr. Epic on the right side, he has finally been spotted. He's going to win the 1x2. Find out. No.
Crafty is just too strong. No problems at all.
It's easy when you have a buff, but regardless anyway, it's going to be another mid one for Ascent.
Ascent looking really strong here.
They've won every mid in this series completely. That is a fact, and it's up to you whether you decide that's fun or not. Ombrak is going to be sitting in Toxic just for a little longer to see if there's anybody going to be baited by his presence. Pappy does unfortunately crater to Credu, and Mookie is going to be behind as well. So that's going to be two players that aren't going to be on last. I don't know if Ascent are going to work with this or if they're just going to try and pick up the Mookie frag. Mookie, he's still going to be behind. They have eyes on him, and the beam and the Uber comes through onto last, and there's going to be a lot of point presence straight away with Crafty Dave and Corback going to be sitting on it. Crafty on the right side. They do force out the Uber. Ombrak is going to look like he's going to hopefully get out, but unfortunately Hildrift does follow him down and collect the frag. It's just going to be a Credu and Flu that are going to be left alive. Flu, I'd imagine, would want to sack his life to try and get something for his team, as Martin now makes his way through lobby. Flu, oh, Hildrift spots him, tries to go into Hildrift, doesn't connect with anything decent, and Pappy collects a frag afterwards, but Credu, he also tries to contest, but as well is unsuccessful.
Yeah. Lowpander is looking to go into that middle area right now, as Pappy is going pretty aggressively, just trying to create some space for his team, and Ascent is having none of it. They're going back to their second pointer. Yeah,
there's a very, very defensive posture from Ascent, but again, as they are leading 1-0, there is no need for them to be so aggressive. They're just going to play with Credu sniping, probably just to see if they can frustrate Lowpander as they try and push into these areas, just get a pick advantage. Umbrak is sitting very, very close to Uber. I'm not 100% sure if they feel like they could go back out into this, and it looks like they possibly are. They're going to go for the big boy play. Umbrak is going to be pushing out a balcony. Callback and Mr. Epic are going to be fighting in lower. Callback wins the fight, but Mookie comes out and just sideswipes Umbrak and gets the drop on him, so that could be a critical mistake. But having said that, Elikor, Crafty both coming up with the frags that I needed. Credu as well. It's just going to be Hildrift. He's going to go into last. Hildrift, you've done nothing all game, but now to make it for his team. Is he able to actually... Was he going to beef? He didn't beef. It was just actually a very good defense from Credu, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
But very, very, very close from Hildrift, and a good play to attempt that as well, having the peace of mind to sort of think, hey, hello, no one's going to be on last, now's my time.
Yeah, and he managed to buy some time for his team to come in to keep second captured.
Ascent aren't going to be in a position to push out on this if the Ubers are equal, and if they try it, there's more room for a backup. I'd love to see a non-Uber push right now, but I know my dreams will never become a reality these days.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not 2014. You're not Epsilon War anymore.
We're in the darkest era of competitive TF2.
Not sure if I would call it that.
I'm sorry, when I was playing there was actually prize money during the regular season.
That was, yeah, good times.
It was. You had something to fight for. I could finally feed my family.
Well, now you fight for pride
rice
and
cakes. Honor. No, I don't. No, definitely not. Anyway, Mookie tries to go in, but Elikor reading him like a book, and the book being 50 Shades of Grey puts some stickies on the pillars, so when he went for the bomb he just get blown the heck up, and he was. But Mookie might very well start going for an off-class. Nope. Staying soldier. Ooh. Lingers in spawn, just to see if there's anything else he could possibly go for.
He's holding the door open here for Mon.
Ooh, what a gentleman.
So Mr. Epic coming up on the sniper, and he swapped from Machina to the upper hand as well.
Yeah, he's gonna This could be a good opportunity. Sniping on this Reckoner, I kind of don't feel like it's that. No, as good as sort of process maybe, but
I think it's still very efficient. You can get some really good angles. Maybe not to the medic, but you can at least get some soldier and scout frags.
Yeah, that is.
Mon is creeping in here and it spots Kuredu, and he gets a little body shot there. But
scoping noobs. He was second scoping. Gosh, did you see that shit? Disgusting, disgusting gamers. Everybody knows that once you press the right click, you've got to stay scoped until you're dead. But yeah, sorry. Carry on.
Yeah, something like that. I agree. As we see, Mon going into lobby here, getting a line onto core back there, but missing the shot. As we see funds lurking around this lobby. As we are gonna watch Mon here.
I predict a headshot. I can feel it in my waters. Get ready. Predicted.
That was
Mr.
a body
Epic.
shot.
No, I don't know what you're on about. Your kill feed's broken. That was with Mon racking up 2 frags on this last push. This is going to give his team the opportunity that they need to go through. Ombrak does actually force as well, but Martin holds onto his Uber and has used it a lot of time afterwards. The sentry doing a lot of work. There's nobody really focused on the sentry, and that sentry remains up. I believe a banner has been popped. Who is the owner of said banner?
It was Corback, I believe, and he got taken down as soon as he popped it.
That is interesting. What is more interesting is that sentry remained alive and saved the round. Saved the last hold for Ascent, as there was not enough focus on that at all, apart from a scout.
Yeah, Hillreth definitely needed to be in there in the Uber and spam down that sentry, but I think it was a bit further back, as we do see Mon creeping his way into rollout here. He's gonna be trying to find an angle onto that right hand side.
Yeah, it's Mon's done a lot of creeping, and I heard he did quite a bit of land as well. As he tries to go for top left onto a shot onto Flu, but is not able to connect on his dome. He's going to be rotating into lobby, seeing if there's any opportunities that sort of rear their heads, and Elocore with a sticky trap once again to take out Mookie. So they're getting a bit, not really approaching desperate time. There's still 9 minutes remaining, but on your own map pick, you would expect a little bit more success.
Yeah, time is ticking here, and they have to make something happen soon. As Credit hits a nice body shot onto funds, so man advantage in favor of Ascent, as Corback in the lower area is going to be trying to go for a force, I believe, but he gets spotted by Mookie, and Mr. Epic hits a headshot onto Credu.
Oh, it does the 90% LG onto Credu, Corback, but is unfortunate to be able to get him out. Mookie's probably going to try and go for a force. Try to take out the teleporter exit on the right side. That's always an integral part. You don't want to have the exit going in, but he goes on to Ombrak and actually drops. Ombrak drops the Uber. Did he hit him with the meme spoon? I'm not sure, but Hildreth comes up big, finally taking out these inanimate objects as the dispenser, and the sentry goes down. There's going to be an absolutely fantastic play by Mookie if they convert this into a round. Credo is still alive. They're going to have to shoot the Poot, so the Poot can't shoot, but are they actually going to be able to focus if they do? He does actually get taken down. As I say, it was a heavy, it was a Yeti by the looks of things. But Ombrak, he is now back alive, but it's just going to be Flu versus the world. Unless Ombrak can get about 5 saws, he's not able to do it for his team, and that is going to be 1-0.
Yeah, very interesting bomb coming up from Mookie. He was trying to go for the Market Gardener, and I believe he didn't get the crit. I think he landed before he hit the swing, and then he hit a rocket, a direct onto Ombrak as he was surfing from the melee hit. So good stuff from Mookie there. So
yes.
We see Hildreth coming in here onto the right hand side of middle. He's gonna be spamming some stickies onto the crates.
Yeah, it was unfortunate on the third middle of this game. There's going to be a lot of presence on the left-hand side this time around, with Hildreth getting 2 frags onto Corback and Flu, and there's going to be Mr. Epic going to be cleaning up Elocore as well, and they're going to be start chasing these frags as they try and exit through Toxic and into their own lobby. Credu's going to be going from lower, and the heat is being applied by Lowpander as they turn it up to burn these croissants.
This is something that Puppy loves to do.
Oh, Mookie Goes in, tries to go for a force, but is unsuccessful with him being dropped down to 8 HP.
Yeah. I was gonna say this is something that Puppy loves to do. He loves to, when you win middle, you just run forward as far as you can and try to pick people off. Unfortunately, they lost Mookie and now they lose funds as well. So this time it's not working in favor of Lowpander.
Yeah, it's gonna be certainly a feat if they can defend the second, and it does look like nobody on Ascent is going to want to push out. It's they just need to win this map, and then they have booked their ticket into the lower bracket final versus either Swift or Lego, with Lowpander wanting to win this so we can go and be treated to a third map on the ever so lovable Sunshine.
Yeah, I like Sunshine.
I like Sunshine as well, but I don't like the map.
I like the map.
Did
you see a
Scandinavian,
sniper?
so you probably don't like the actual Sunshine, I imagine.
I do.
Your complexion says otherwise. Hey. Anyway,
Whoa.
I'm sorry, this is getting personal. I don't mean to. As I said, you know, this is why I have my friends. Anyway, Flu gets taken out, and so does Mr. Epic, so it's going to be a player exchange. Oh, and a force. So Flu doing a lot of work. Has exposed the Uber for Lowpander, so they're going to be at a huge disadvantage, but I'm not sure if Ascent would want to risk pushing out on this.
They are. Uber has been popped and Elikor just bombs straight into Hillras and gets the frag there. And Martin is stuck and Elikor gets the frag onto Martin as well, and Credo cleans up Mookie, who I believe was trying to go for the back cap, and Crafty cleans up Mr. Epic in that lobby area, so it's only Puppy and Funds alive for Lowpander. Yeah. They're going to be not even fighting middle here.
It was really good as well. They left 2 players on last as something for like an insurance policy. If they, you know, if anybody on Lowpander was just going to go for broke and try and get the back cap, but they do the brave thing. They do push out. It looks like they don't want us to get a golden cap. They want to end this 2-1 straight up this time around. We'll see if they're able to sort of do this. They do have a pretty pleasant advantage. So they definitely have the tools required to get themselves onto second as last. Mookie is hiding outside cargo with his Saxon Hale hat. Definitely not a Prem player, doesn't have an unusual. As it looks like they're actually going to gear up for pushing through lower. Elikor with the big boy bomb. Corback is with him as well, so they get 2 quick frags. Corback does get taken out by Hildreth and Credu takes up Mookie, and there's going to be 3 gamers remaining on last. Martin does have Zuba, but he's not going to have reinforcements for 2 more seconds. There's going to be a bomb onto Martin. Martin does hold onto it, but is finally forced off of seeing a scout. He knows how OP they are, and they're just going to sort of use it to be safe, as they're probably going to try and see if they can work something as they want to push out on this as well. But it looks like Ascent are more than prepared to hold this second, as Crafty Dave gets some frag as well into Hildreth.
Flew bombed in and landed on top of Martin, and Martin had to pop that Uber. And Lowpander, it looked like they wanted to be pushing out there, but they're deciding to go back.
It's a risky moment for both teams, but more than well, more between the two is going to be for Lowpander, as they are on a Uber disadvantage. They're going to be going up against a full Uber. There is no off classes, I believe, apart from a sniper. So the point can be played. Crafty is going to shoot the stickies off the point. He's going to start playing it. He's incredibly weak because Pappy's going to be tracing down the track. So it's going to be Nunya versus Nunya. But unfortunately, Nunya just win. And it's going to be Flu. It's going to be the one remaining. They do not get Martin either. So he does have a full Uber advantage. Flu's just kind of trying hightail his way out of there. Maybe try and delay or do anything that he can to buy some time for his team. But a really, really good defense from Lowpander, saving themselves with 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it looked like Lowpander expected the Ubers to be a lot more close. But you see a big bomb coming in from Corback, landing on top of Martin, forcing his Uber, and Mr. Epic is looking to chase here, but he gets juggled by Elikor. So good stuff there coming in from Corback.
Yeah, Corback is also still alive, so it's going to be Ascent are going to go for a re-push as Elikor is going to try and take up a fight against Pappy, but Pappy's going to start meeting Elikor as well. So hello, air shotted, taken out, and that is going to be a good contest for the mid-fight. But
Mr. Epic.
Ombrak was taken down. Mr. Epic's going to go for the back cap as well. Sorry, it's Funds that's going to go for a back cap. He's on 75 HP, but it's going to have to 1v1 versus... Oh, sorry, I say 2v1. And he does actually get it. So, I think I saw Corback mess up a skip jump. What a noob. As Funds is able to get that. Give his team some forward spawns. But ultimately, he's just bought them some time. But Ubers are equal. But it's going to be a favour of Lowpander, I'd say, as they have a better position to work off.
Yeah, Mr. Epic pretty much saving Lowpander there. He just ran into Toxic and somehow Ombrak was alone in there. And he managed to clean up Ombrak and then he died. And then Funds ran through Toxic for the backup, I believe. Maybe he ran to the lower area to buy even more time for his team. So we're going to see even Ubers here with Lowpander having the middle with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very close. I imagine that we'll see Lowpander just sort of go for maybe like a do or die push where Ascent aren't able to sort of pin him back to their last and revert the cap. As we see, it's going to be Lowpander going to go for the push through Cargo. So they do push on Mr. Epic, who's beefing some shots, and Ombrak does have to use his Uber finally, but it's incredibly late. And it looks like Martin could very well find himself dead, but he gets himself onto the box. This is some amazing surfing on, sorry, Martin with the movement. He's doing so much to keep himself alive, and his team is doing so much in cleaning up these frags as almost everyone is down. But it's not over yet. There's 2 players remaining, and Crafty's going to be spawning for this defense. They do have time, I believe, to maybe wait for spawns, but it's going to be almost impossible to push up against a poop.
Yeah, with 20 seconds remaining on the clock, Lowpander has to make a move very soon here. And they're waiting for people to come in. And they might be waiting too long here. As you did say, that they have a poot and they have stickies onto the point. As Hillrest is going to be juggled very far in. Hitting some nice stickies. And Mookie jumping into the heavy and just gets hoovered by the heavy. And we see a brawl going on there on the point. But in the end, Ascent managing to defend. And we're going to be seeing a golden cap here on Reckoner. Second map of this lower bracket semi-final.
Yeah, a situation I'm sure Lowpander did not want to see themselves in, as they, you know, their premiership hopes are going to be put down to the finest of margins. 1 round win will maybe send them to the to the 3rd map, or send them packing home. I say that as if they're at LAN, but they're not. They're at home anyway. But anyway, logs.
Yeah.
There is going to be numbers displayed on your screen for you to digest and understand.
Look at Credu.
Credu with a fat KD. He's doing a crafty day for this time around. With a 2.7 KAD.
It's not a 7.
Frags.
It's not a 7.
Well, there is a 7 in it.
Yeah. But it's not.
Just remove the 2. Actually, they were 0.7. Regardless, I think this was quite an even game all around. I kind of felt like Mookie did a lot better than his KD says.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
His KD says that he put on a good sideshow impression, but you know, he got some critical picks, especially on Martin, I feel. There was a couple of times actually when he managed to do a lot of work. But yeah, overall, everybody's kind of like performing as expected. Even Hildreth showed up this game. Probably plugged in his monitor from the previous map.
Yeah, I feel like still Mr. Epic and Funds haven't really shown up here.
Would you say that Ascent are doing a good job of shutting them down, or
Absolutely.
Are they just not performing up to their best?
I think it could be the pace of the games as they've been going. It's been a very slow spam-oriented game, and I don't know. Maybe Funds and Mon are not getting the space that they want or that they need.
Oh, I agree. Can we throw up some medic stats?
Like, or denying grounds as well with a very nice DPM.
Ombrak with 2 drops to Martin's 1, but heals again are very, very close with just like 3 heals per minute being the difference between both teams. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you can use anything of that information, but it shows that the game was close.
Yeah.
So yeah,
yeah,
I guess we
gonna
are
have a look
going
at
to be waiting for the golden cap to start. Do you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, Elikor and Hilrath having almost the same heal percentages. And I feel like Hilrath is usually eating less heals and they're putting more heals on the scouts. But this
Oh,
time
Degu,
around,
bring that one up back up. The oh, look at that. Credu Elikor, 6 kills onto Mookie and nothing in return. Crafty, 6 kills on Mookie, but 1 in return. That is... And Mr. Epic and Funds both getting flew for 5-0. So, yeah, the Roamers showing how much of a masochist you need to be to play that class.
Interestingly enough, Puppy having 5-1 on Crafty.
That is interesting. There was quite a few 1v1s between the two, and Pappy came out on top, not letting his Nunya teammate get the best of him. As we now enter the golden cap, who's going to win?
Oof. I gotta go with Lowpander still. I said 2 on Lowpander, and I'm gonna stick with my words.
I can't remember what I said because I did not write it down, so I'm going to stick with my words, which I can only assume was that Ascent would win.
Yeah. We do see Hilrath coming in here pretty aggressively on the right side. Big bomb coming in from Mookie, deciding to curving off here. Puppy as well, bombing pretty deep. It's taking so much damage. Gets some nice damage onto Crafty in return. Crafty's gonna be looking to escape here as we see Flu bombing in, gets taken out by Mr. Epic, but the frags are going the way of Ascent. Getting 3 nice frags here. It's only Martin and Mr. Epic alive, and they're gonna be looking to escape back to last to keep that Uber charge.
It's going to be interesting to see if Ascent are not going to let them set up and last and get comfortable. If they're going to send some suicides almost straight away, I would opt for that, because it'd certainly make it a little bit more successful if they just threw everything in the kitchen sink before they could build up a sentry. Having said that, the kitchen sink they are throwing, and that is in the shape of a Frenchman, as Flu has gone spy and he is inspecting his sapper. So if this is a moment for a 6 spy play, now is the time to do it. I do not know if this has been called out by anybody on Lowpander. I imagine it could very well be. Pappy is going to be sitting in spawn, going to the cow mangler. Yeah, and Martin is taking the bitch way out and just sitting in spawn.
Yep,
so Flu has got a task on his hands.
Do you see a bomb coming in from Korvac, but he gets cleaned up
pretty... Yeah, and Flu goes for the uncloak in front of them as well. So
this is the best chance that they're gonna get, and I do believe Puppy has the banner as well.
Yep, he's ready to toot his horn if he ever needs to. So they have that to their advantage as well. Mookie has also gone spy, and this might have slipped under the noses of Ascent.
He gets spotted.
Unfortunately, Crafty Dave does spot him, in fact, so never mind.
Yeah, unfortunately for Lowpander, they're not able to convert it into a push, and yeah, it's probably the best chance that they're gonna get in a few minutes here.
Yeah.
You see Korvac flying in once again, gets the pick onto Hilrath there.
That's a dare, man. That's something that they could very well work on, and I believe that they should. And it looks like they are reading my superior gaming mind, as they are going to be wrapping up for a push on the right side. Mookie's been pushed out into spawn pretty much straight away. Pappy's going to try and get onto the frag, and it actually does collect the frag onto Flu as well. Elikor is able to pick up Mr. Epic, but the Ubers have been exchanged in lobby. Now, the toot has come out with Pappy using his horn, and it looks like that was all for nothing. Maybe a little bit too cautious with that.
That was a really good play, I think, from Puppy, because Martin popped his Uber so much earlier. Ascent having like a 70% longer Uber, if you could say that, and Puppy popping the banner to try to hinder the remaining Uber from Ascent, which he decided to do.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's so nicely worked from Pappy then, to pop his banner a little bit early, but to save his team. What a hero.
What a team player.
Yeah, saving Private Martin as he gets caught in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, so this is going to be the part where we could be here for 1 more minute or 1 hour. And I hope it's an hour. I need a dump. But anyway, we've got no players apart from Flu in the lobby. I'm surprised we're not seeing more aggression
Oh, Mr. Epic is on spy here. It's probably spy checking. Yep, it is.
It is, and Credu has gone sniper as well. On which Mr. Epic's response to that is to go sniper himself. So they are probably going to be meeting in a 1v1 joust. Credu is just going to be peeking on the top left, seeing if he can get the heavy. Does get the headshot onto him, but it's not a charged one, so it does minimal damage to the heavy's teeny head.
Fluo trying to go for the counter attack as well, but Hillrath had the anti-air sticky trap, managing to dead it just in time.
Oh, wrong config has been spotted. I repeat, wrong config has been spotted. I hope someone gets this rectified immediately, because with the current config that's being ran, this game would have an end, and we wouldn't want that, as Mookie is spy and he does go out through lower. There was a little bit of an awkward moment where he was standing in front of Credu, completely disguised, and all Credu had to do was shoot, but he was obviously oblivious to it. Anyway, Mookie, he does make his way past him, so there is an opportunity. I believe he has literally gone completely under their noses. He's going to go wrap around through lobby, see if he can get a frag. He goes onto the forklift. He has eyes. He has eyes. He has, I repeat, he has a visual onto Ombrak. The only thing that stands in his way is Credu and the remaining players, Mookie. He's going to uncloak his disguise, and enemy sniper. Ombrak does have his head turned, but he goes for the easy Credu frag. I'm pretty sure he could have gone for Ombrak then, but he opts to not do so. He doesn't want the glory. That's going to be saved for his teammate, who's going to get a triple air shot on Ombrak in a moment.
Yeah, Mookie staying alive here. And he's uncloaked, just in the middle of nowhere. He gets the butter stab.
Dear.
It was so close.
Yeah.
He just hit a little bit to the side there of Ombrak. That could have been a backstab. Hillers gets taken out here as well by Korvac.
That could have been a backstab, but what's turned into a backstab has turned into 2 frags for Ascent, as they have a huge play advantage going into the last. But such is the story of Reckoner. The spawns are going to be up in 1 more second. Delacour is going to be spamming some stickers on the right side, so he's going to deny the sniper the comfort of being able to shoot without any rebuttal. But Pappy's going to go in for a big boy bomb, trying to get onto onto Ombrak, but Ombrak is hightailing his way out of there as he's sitting on second, so Pappy's trying to do whatever you can, and now they're going to be up against a full Uber.
Very early pop there from Martin, and they didn't even manage to get the counter pop here, so this could be it. If Ascent get a good push going here, and they have Ubered in, as Elacor is locking down that right hand side, Fans on that heavy, Credu is in, trying to get damage done, and all the frags are going in the way of Ascent, and they managed to step on the point.
It is all wrapped up for Ascent. They have knocked out Lowpander in 2 maps. They won the first map 2-1, and they have won this one in Golden Cap on Lowpander's very own map. They have sent Lowpander away. They are now extinct because they didn't want to procreate, and Ascent move on to the lower bracket final versus either Lego or Swift.
Yeah, the first map ending 2-0 and this one ending 2-1 in favor of Ascent on that Golden Cap. Did you expect these results?
Based on my predictions that I have on my whiteboard, it says I predicted the first map to go 2-0 for Ascent, and I predicted for the second map to go 2-1 for Ascent in Golden Cap, with the time taken around about this amount. So yeah, I expected all this.
Looking at the logs, we have it updated for the Golden Cap here. Puppy doing a good job as a pocket soldier. There we go. That's the word.
Pocket shoulders are definitely needed in this day and age of Team Fortress 2, as the logs have been combined in some unfortunate way. But yeah, logs, Golden Cap logs, kind of pointless because yeah, it's Golden Cap. You know, the team that won the Golden Cap do best on our logs, as you can see.
5 air shots.
So yeah.
As well as Mookie.
Didn't we already go through Reckoner logs? We did go through Reckoner logs already.
Yeah, we didn't point out air shots.
Well, that's the most important thing.
Yes.
So even though Mookie ended up with just 8 frags overall in the regular time and got an extra frag on Golden Cap, he still had 5 air shots. That's the most important thing at the end of it all, when it's all done. And yeah. Speaking of done, Lowpander were done for this season.
Yeah. I was not expecting these results, to be honest. Yeah, good job by Ascent, definitely taking this in 2 maps.
Yeah, a surprise nonetheless. So congratulations to Ascent. I believe we have some people to interview. Do you have any questions, Alba?
Ooh, yes, I have one very good question here. Hello, Ombrak.
Hey.
How are you feeling coming into this matchup?
Confident, I would say. For many reasons. We played well versus Swift, but we lost for reasons. But I knew that we were able to like beat everyone else in the Prem playoffs. No matter what everyone could say about us, I think we're underrated. Maybe for good reasons, I don't know. But yeah, I knew we could do it. I knew we could do it in 2 maps. So I'm pretty happy about how it went, obviously.
Yeah, neither me or War expecting it in 2 maps. So a good performance coming out here. And I also want to say hello to Epic and Hildreth, Mr. Epic and Hildreth. Hello.
Hi.
How are you feeling coming into this matchup? I have to ask you guys as well.
Coming into it, the same as every game ever we have played.
Confident and raring to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say that. But finally, thank you. I want to thank Ombrak for freeing us from the void of despair.
Yeah, no more depression.
No, life is looking good now. I'm positive for the first time in... When did the season start? 2 months ago?
2 months ago.
Positive now. About life.
Yeah. War, carry me.
Yeah.
I need you to carry me here.
Do you want me to ask questions?
Yes, you need to carry me here.
You know what? I'm not a fan of the interview section because it's like, I'll be honest, interviewing losers always suck. So, Lowpander, how do you feel about losing?
Being interviewed by losers sucks as well.
That's true, but unfortunately, we couldn't find anybody else, so we had to get Alba.
Yep.
So yeah, we were very short on talent this evening.
About losing, in all honesty, the team's been not up for it for a while, probably since Ubers has kind of left the roster. Pappy did a great job for us at Atlanta, and in this game, he was probably our best player, to be honest. But just in general, the whole mentality of the team is not really that bothered. We just turn up and play the game and try and win.
Is there going to be a continuation of Lowpander for next season, or is it going to be,
Yeah, sure. Tune in for the next season.
You heard it here first. Everyone tune in for the next season.
Reveal 100 viewers.
The reveal is going to be at 100 viewers on Fun's stream after this. And there's going to be a further reveal on my stream after this.
No, there's no reveal on your stream.
No, there is a reveal on my stream. My reveal is I'm going to cast Dota 2 instead of this shooting. So anyway, moving on to the winners, because we don't like the losers. Ombrak, obviously going forward, you're going to be playing either Lego or Swift. Now, you said that you're underrated, but do you still fancy your chances versus these 2 teams?
Yeah, of course. Where would we play if we don't think we could win? We played Lego in warm-up, we tied both maps, we almost beat Swift on the first game, so again, I don't think... I know Lowpander isn't playing much and they don't practice, but still I think it's pretty good for us to have beaten them, and I don't think many people would have seen that coming, so I think we're just going to be happy with our underdog's position right now and take the best out of it.
So are you guys really putting the majority of effort into ETF2L, or is the Essentials Cup more of your favour, considering you can win more than just a Pixel trophy?
We haven't talked about it, so I think that says it all.
Interesting. What about Lowpander? Are you guys going to be playing in the Essentials Cup because, you actually get cash money, or are you about that? Are you just about the rock and roll lifestyle of being a Premiership player?
We signed up to it. But
Yeah, we only signed up because there is money.
like motivated. If I need that £20.
Exactly. At the end of the day, money makes the world go round, and you can use it to buy hookers that will tell you that they love you for as cheap as £5. Just ask my mum. So, Ombrak, if you think you're gonna, well, do you feel like your team will go all the way? Are you confident, or is there sort of like a we'll take the games as they come, or do you really think that your boys can win it all?
No, I think we can take it. Again, I think we played really well in the process. And we played well in the game. I don't know. Obviously, we're not like the favorites, and Lego and Swift probably have assets that we don't have, and everyone is looking at them as, oh yeah, one of these two teams is going to win. But I don't know, I feel like we've improved a lot as a team since the season started. We made silly mistakes too. I dropped like a fucking noob, and I even get air shot like crazy by Mookie. So there's still work to be done. But other than that, I believe in our chances. And like, I think when you look at our players, some of them are like the best one in the class they play. So that's a nice little hand when you want to win games.
Big confidence in your team.
Yeah,
I'm not saying we're gonna win, but yeah, there's like, I think the gap between Swift, Lego, and us is tighter than what people may think.
Interesting. Do you have any other questions, Alba, from the one that you asked?
No, I'm very, very bad at questions, and I apologize.
That's fair enough, to be honest. We're not all as charismatic and able to spout bullshit as well as I am. So we might as well go through shout-outs. So starting with the losers, Alba.
Thank you. Shoutouts to degu for producing this, and a not shout-out to War for casting it with me. Shout-out to Denia.
Off. You can answer the questions all right.
Shout-out to Denia.
Hildreth.
Shout out to team. Probably at the end, everybody. Post your cry faces. Chat. Maybe the Essentials Cup might be our last thing, but we're not going to play next season. Not in this roster. Anyway, I'm not playing anyway. So GG to Umbrak as well. Team, best of luck. Shout out to Kamori as well.
Mr. Ebic. Do you have any shout outs?
Shout outs to the team. It's been quite fun playing with everyone here, and throughout the entirety of, I guess it was 2 years already. And shout out to Dima Abramov and Chris Walkie-Talkie.
That was beautiful.
I didn't say anything.
I'm right, definitely shout outs.
Shout out to you guys for putting up the show. Shout out to Ascent, to my team, to Crafty for being a premium merc once again. And shout out to Chad, of course. Shout out to Lowpander for the good games. And hopefully these guys keep on playing, because if they play regularly, I think they're better playing than we are. So, And shout out to Babs.
Well, after that emotional turmoil,
and shout out to Gem, who didn't believe in me, and fuck
Meg.
you.
It's just Meg.
War, do you have any shoutouts?
Yeah. Shout out to the Lowpander boys for treating us with some beautiful TM2 of the last few seasons. It's been brilliant. Shout out to Funds for letting me touch his leg several times at LAN. Shout out to Degu, the people in charge of Team Fortress TV, and the person that made the mistake on letting me cast once again. So I believe that is all for this evening. So thank you most of all to the people that sit and suffer at home watching competitive TF2. It's because of you guys that we make your viewing experience as boring as possible as we hold on lasts. No, I'm joking, but thank you all for watching. So next time we'll see you, it'll be the lower bracket final between Ascent and question mark. But good night everybody, and we will see you next time.